Hey guys, it's Braids by Shan. I'm coming back to you with another video, and yes, I am currently on Twitch as well. Make sure you go follow and sub up. But today, I'm coming to you guys with a video on how to portion / separate hair for traditional box braids and knotless box braids, or even some feed-in medium cornrows. So I try to make sure that each portion of hair that I'm taking away from the bundle is the same size, same weight. If you're a professional braider, you kind of know like how much hair to take out and how it feels for each strand that you take out. But for the most part, for the beginners out there, you have to make sure that you stay consistent as possible when it comes to portioning out hair, because if the hair is too bulky, it just won't look right, and then your braids come out lumpy, such and such. Now, this hair for this client, I had some of the hair bundles I had previously already separated, as you see in my hand, because she had canceled on me, so I already had some done, but I still have so much more to do. So that's why you see me re-separating it and making sure that nothing is tangled and stuff like that. And if that happens to you, just make sure that whatever hair is made for that client, just make sure that you tie it up correctly and that you place it back in its manufacturer bags for sanitary reasons. You just don't want random hair bundles just laying around and it collects dust. I'm talking about bacteria and germs and all that stuff. So you just want to make sure it's back in its plastic. But for the most part, I know some of you must have a braiding rack, but currently I do not. So when I'm working, I make sure that wherever I'm laying the hair is like a sanitary place and that it's not touching the floor. And I'm also making sure that whatever bench or chair or whatever I'm using to put the hair on is not that far of reach for me, because you don't want to be uncomfortable when you're braiding hair. But here I am. Separating another bundle. Like I said, these bundles, some of them were already previously sectioned out because they canceled on me. So I had it in this package, and I have some bundles that need to be done. So we're going to continue that in this video. But for the most part, you want to go the opposite way. Now, if you have a braiding rack, you don't have this problem. But if you don't happen to have a braiding rack, this method works as well. So you want to always make sure that you're using some type of oil sheen or moisturizer to moisturize the hair. Not too much. You don't want to weigh it down and make it oily. You just want enough so that the hair is not dry. Because when the hair is dry, it's bound to tangle up. So you don't want a lot, just a little bit, like a tad bit. I use a little bit of hair grease to oil and moisturize the hair. So if you see me going into a jar, taking the top off, whatever, that's what I'm using. I don't want my comb and whatever else I'm using near the hair. I just want my hair to be in a separate area, a separate place, making sure I'm not cross-contaminating or doing anything. That's why I said in the beginning of the video, to make sure you wash your hands. Did I say that, or am I bugging? I'm probably bugging, but whatever. I did this voiceover like twice already. So if I haven't said so yet, making sure that your under your nails is clean and sterilized, and making sure that your hands, even some of your forearm is clean, because you are touching someone else's hair, and it's very unsanitary to have the hair on the floor or to be touching different products and stuff like that, and to have stuff under your nails and have dirty nails and dirty hands and stuff like that. And if you're like me, you sweat, make sure that you wash your hands thoroughly throughout the installation, and making sure that your hands are dry. And if you need to moisturize. But here I am. I'm just throwing these bundles down because some of them, like I said, are previously already parted. It's just that some of them was greatly parted, and I really didn't need to separate them one by one. So that's why you see me just throwing them down in a bundle. Now, at some point, I'm going to go in the opposite direction so that all the hair is not going in one direction to where it gets tangled and it's hard to pick up. But you work however you want to work. But I think this is the best method, is when you cross it. Every other row, you're going to need a new direction of the hair. if that even makes sense. But anyway, and also, I think this size is pretty standard for when you're doing knotless or traditional box braids when it comes to braiding hair. Depending on the density of someone's hair, sometimes you need to use more or less, but for the most part, I find that this amount works perfectly for any hair density. And when I mean by hair density, I mean the amount of hair that you have in a hair follicle. Now, I know those terms scare you, but you know how some people can have like a head full of hair, and you know, like it's, how do I explain it? It's like they have a lot of hair in like one follicle is very thick. But for some, they're not bald headed, it's just that their hair is more silky or their hair is more thin and they don't have that many strands within the hair strand and hair follicle. So that's what we mean by density. It's like when you buy a wig and they say 100% density or 150 or 300 or 200 density, meaning thicker. Meaning more volume in the hair follicle. Yeah, so this is going to depend on what kind of client you're working on. If they have thick hair or less hair or whatever, but for the most part, this is pretty standard. Guys, I'm not going to talk through the entire video. But yeah, some of this got tangled. I was like, the hell with it. I have enough hair, it's fine. And nobody got time to be just like detangling and all of that. So I was like, you know what? Just to make my life easier, I'm just going to throw that portion away because I just want to work fast and to the point. And I have to worry about hair falling on the floor and all that jazz. So I saved whatever I could save and threw that down. But for the most part, I think I separated about 2.5 packs. Oh my god, this winter New York City weather is like kicking me in my butt. But you work however easy it is for you. I just think this is like one of those convenient ways without, you know, spending money on a braiding rack and, you know, stuff like that. Just make sure that your hair is in arm's reach, because you don't want to be pulling the client's hair while you're trying to reach for hair and stuff like that, or trying to detangle. Stuff can get really uncomfortable real fast, so we don't want none of that. So this is some of the hair that I'm using. This is the brand of hair I'm using, and I have some bundles that I have to continue pre-sectioning. And this hair is long, so you definitely don't want it to hit the floor. I don't know, expressions hair to me is on a dry side, so you definitely have to add moisturizer in it. But hey, if the client's hair is already oily, which it should not be, but you know how some people are, they like to wash their hair, moisturizer and all that, and then come to you. I say no product because I don't know what type of hair products you put in your hair, mix with whatever hair grease or whatever edge control or shine and jam or whatever it is I may be using in your hair. So I just prefer not to add grease and all of that. Just wash, condition, blow dry it, come to me if I'm not doing it for you, and just come like that, because then it's gonna make it all white and stuff. I don't want to go through that. And I want you to walk out this door looking immaculate, not looking like you gotta go under a dryer for like 10 hours or whatever. I know I'm exaggerating, guys, but you get my point. But like I said, guys, I'm not going to talk for the rest of the video, but this is the hair grease that I have that I'm going to be using. I usually solely to like moisturize the scalp and to also put on the braiding hair. As you see, I use big finger dips of it. And rub it in your hands, making sure it's not clumpy. If it's room temperature, it should be like on the oily side, so it's easy to grab and easy to put through the hair. And it smells nice. Especially because you don't know the hair maintenance of your client, and you want to always make sure that your hair is somewhat moisturized under those braids, because it is a protective style, sort of cotton, not really, but you just always want to make sure that you're adding some type of moisture to the hair. Not wet moisture, but dry moisture. And the grease is dry moisture, in my opinion. It's not like damp wet with like product or anything. It just has like an oil base. And it also gives it a little bit of shine. Make sure you hit the tips of that. Making sure you comb it out thoroughly with your fingers if necessary. Making sure your hands are clean. And now you're ready to separate. If you have to split one bundle in two to work that way, do so. And I know you didn't see much of that, but it's just the angle of the camera. Hopefully these videos get better. See this amount right here? I'm just going to let you guys watch the rest of this video because it is pretty long. But I wanted to show you guys what it's like to separate hair from start to finish so that you could become better at time management. Like say if your client is running late or you have time in between clients, you can actually just take that time out to separate some extra hair to make their install a lot easier and a lot faster, because they sit there and part and they sit there and braid and they sit there and have to break apart hair in order to braid. It's like sometimes it can be nerve-wracking, and sometimes you lose more hair that way, meaning like you mess over a lot of hair. Because I'll be damned if I take hair from off the floor and put it in a client's head. But you just want to make sure you're organized, everything is sanitized and clean, and you're just ready to go.
Like that. Like that. Me back. Right crack. Right. No prize.
I also do have another method for sectioning hair and making sure that it is reachable for you.
All night.
You can check that in my short video format. Only if your client allows. Only if your client allows.
Kiss it, baby.
You want to just keep going crisscross every so often. I'm gonna sign off, guys. I hope you enjoy the rest of this video from start to finish. And if you want to know whose hair that I did with this hair, you can go to the boho video before this and watch it. Boho Knotless. Later, guys. I love you.
Tell me what you're willing to do.
Telling you that I am not the least bit to you. Just tell me how the hell they can tell you they know what's in my heart. What do they get from telling you that I don't give a damn about you? Just tell me why the hell somebody wants to tear you apart. Oh, wow, 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 why? Why do the people like to tell you lies? I know, I know, I know, I know, I know. I love you more than words could ever show. I can't explain. Why do some people have to be that way? I can't take much more. I can't ignore. I have to let you know what's in my heart. I never ever say that I love. Just remember, girl, I'm saying I do. You can know that from this moment you are always in my heart. I never ever say that I love you. Just remember, girl, I'm saying I do love you. You'll be always in my heart. Then I'm going to be there for you when you need someone to turn to. They won't be anywhere when things start falling down. Oh yeah. They're only in it to confuse you, so they can turn around and use you. But it can happen, it won't happen, girl, as long as I'm around. Oh, wow, 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 wow. Why do some people like to tell you lies? I know, I know, I know, I know, I know. I love you more than words could ever show. I can't explain. Why do some people have to be that way? I can't take much more. I can't ignore. I have to let you know what's in my heart. Yeah, say that I love you, yeah. Just remember, girl, I'm saying I do, yeah. You can know that from this moment you are always in my heart, baby. I never ever say that I love you, baby. Just remember, girl, I'm saying I do love you, baby. You'll be always in my heart. Oh, wow, wow. Yeah, why did you have to listen to tonight? Oh, girl, last weekend, I was only you inside my house. Oh, please, baby, please. Yeah, I wish you could believe in me right now. Right now. If only you could I never ever say that. I'm saying you know that from this moment you were always in my heart, baby. I never ever say that I love you. Just remember, girl, I'm saying that I do love you. You'll be always in my heart. Hey, baby, baby, never ever say that I love you. Just never ever leave it. You gotta believe me, baby. Know that from this moment you always in my heart. Yeah. Never ever say that I love you, baby. Just remember, girl, I'm saying that I do love you. I never ever say that I love you. So you're having my baby, and it means so much to me. There's nothing more precious than to raise a family. If there's any doubt in your mind, you can count on me. I'll never let you down. Lady, believe in me. You and I will never fall apart. You and I, we knew right from the start, baby, baby. The day we fell so far in love. Now our baby is born, healthy and strong. Now our dream